Katie Thompson. I'm the Vice President of Program and Property for Girl Scouts Western Pennsylvania. Today I'm going to show you how to build a fire. So first thing is safety. You need to look around your area to make sure that there's nothing flammable about where you're going to build your fire. And before we get started, let's make sure that you have your parents' permission and that you have adult supervision. Okay, next thing we want to make sure is that you have a way to put the fire out. Since I'm not at one of our camps right now, I don't have my fire bucket. However, I do have a mop bucket. So I went and got my mop bucket, filled it up with water, and I'm ready to go. Alright, next thing I want to do is make sure that I don't have anything on myself that's going to catch on fire. So I pulled my hair back in a ponytail, I put on a short sleeve shirt, and I don't have any strings hanging down from me. I think we're good to go. Let's build a fire. So what you're going to need is a lighter or some matches. You're going to need a way to start the fire. I like to use dryer lint. Everybody has dryer lint in their house if you have a dryer. Or if you like to go camping, you can buy professional fire starters like this. We're going to try them all out. The next thing you need is kindling. So kindling is small pieces of wood like this. Okay? And you're going to use the kindling to build something called a bird's nest. And then you're going to need bigger pieces of wood to keep the fire going. So let's try it out. So I'm going to take some of the kindling and build a bird's nest. It's called a bird's nest because that's what it looks like when you're done. And the thing about fire is it needs oxygen, so you don't want to smother it once it gets going with too big of sticks. You got to let it catch the sticks on fire. So here we go. I'm going to use my lighter and light the dryer lint. Sometimes if you blow on it, it helps. It's giving it more oxygen. So you can see where it's burning. We're also going to try our fire starter that we bought since we want to try all of them. See how it catches pretty easily. So now that we've got a flame going, we want to make sure that our kindling is over the flame so those sticks catch. There's a couple different ways that you can start fires. Some people like to do a log cabin fire where you build the sticks like a structure around the flame. And some people like to do a teepee fire where you put the sticks in a tall teepee like this, but bigger sticks. As you can see, the sticks are catching. It's pretty cool, right? If your flame starts to go out because maybe the wood's wet, then that's where you want to get down low and give it some, and blow it on it to give it some oxygen. My flame's doing pretty good, but also, if your flame doesn't catch, mine's doing pretty good, but if it doesn't catch, then you can spread the sticks back out a little bit because it may mean that you've smothered the flame. You hear that cracking and popping? That means that your sticks are catching. That's a good thing. So once your sticks start to catch, you want to start putting bigger pieces on there because the small sticks are going to burn out pretty quickly. One thing to remember is that fire is hot. So you have to be really careful about where you place your hands and where you're picking up the sticks and putting them down. So I'm going to reach over here to my bigger pieces of wood, and I'm going to start putting them on there when I think that it's ready. I think it's ready. What do you think? Let's put some on there. So you see how if you blow on the flame, it gives it oxygen and makes the flame a little bit bigger. So once we get the flame big enough and going pretty well, then we're going to do the best thing that you can do with a fire, and that is make s'mores. So that involves chocolate. So anything that involves chocolate's got to be a good thing, right? What do you guys think? Think it's good enough to cook a marshmallow yet? I think we're getting pretty close. I think we got a good flame going. It's time to put the fire out. So, a couple things to think about. One, it's very important that you don't pour the whole bucket of water onto the fire at one time. If you do a whole sluice of water, it's going to send sparks and ashes up everywhere. So what I like to do is do a little bit of water at a time. See how it sends the ashes and the smoke up, so you don't want to do too much at one time. Watch the ashes. And the way you know that if your fire is completely out is I like to say, where there's smoke, there's fire. And a Girl Scout always leaves a place cleaner than they found it, and safer than they found it. So you never want to leave your campsite or your home without putting out the fire first. So, the good thing about building a fire inside of a fire pit or a fireplace is that the fire itself is contained and it can't spread anywhere. So if you can see, we've done a pretty good job. We have a puddle of water down there. It's still going to be hot, but our fire is out, and that's it. So look up your adventure camping badges. One of the steps on there is to build a fire, and we've just done it. So congratulations and good luck on your fire building.